Okay, so this video, I'm going to talk about Facebook statistics. We all know social media is an incredibly powerful platform, no matter what media that you choose. Um, but there is a reason why I'm doing business on Facebook. And there's a lot of reasons why I'm doing business on Facebook. So let's dive into it. I'll share my screen real quickly and we can go through this video fairly quick. There's a lot of incredible uh, statistics around Facebook. And Facebook has set up its way that you can use it so that it's even more powerful, not just because of the statistics. And I'll explain some of that too. So, why do we do business on Facebook? What makes Facebook so powerful? There are 2.95 billion, almost 3 billion active users on Facebook. And active is the key word there. That's as of the third quarter last year in 2022. So it's even larger now. Makes it the largest app in the world. Roughly 66% of the UK population are Facebook users. Almost 72% of the entire US population are Facebook users. Even my mom is on Facebook. There's 1.62 billion, so over 1.5 billion users visit Facebook every day. So an entire quarter of the population of the planet are active daily on Facebook. 400 users sign up every minute. Every minute, there's also 510 comments, 510,000 comments, 293,000 status updates, 136,000 photos uploaded, 4 million posts are engaged with in that same minute every minute. That's astounding. Users over 65 years or older are the fastest growing demographic. Millennials are the largest group, with 84% of millennials in the US are actively participating on Facebook, and Generation X is 74% of Gen Xers. I mention US and I mention the UK really frequently because I'm doing business obviously to an English speaking audience. So those are two really major demographics for myself. So that's something to think about. So let's talk about ad statistics. Now, I teach organic marketing, but when we're talking about Facebook ad statistics, it's important to understand why there's so much ads being driven on Facebook. First off, it's because there's almost 3 billion users. 93% of social media marketers are using Facebook ads. So we know the highest amount of traffic occurs between Wednesday and Thursday at 11 and between 11 and 2 p.m. That's worldwide. US Facebook advertisers are spending $58.11 billion last year. And that's an increase from the year before. So there is a ridiculous amount of money being put into Facebook ads. Facebook ads are really popular. And so because of that popularity, they're expensive. 1.31 pounds per click. I don't know the dollar ratio to that, but I don't think the dollar is as healthy as the pound. So I don't know if it's double that, but it's more than that for sure. That's expensive. Facebook stories are becoming really popular as far as content. And so because people use Facebook on their phone, 94% of the social network's ad revenue stems from mobile devices. Mobile device users spend 57 minutes on the app per day, almost an hour. And that adds up to 28 hours a month, 14 days a year, which is roughly 20,000 minutes every year on the mobile device. So this is important for us because when you are creating content, you want it to be mobile device friendly, because mobile device users on Facebook represent 88% of the total users. So only 12% of the users are on the computer. Video statistics. Videos are responsible for 15% of Facebook content. There's 100 million hours of Facebook video watched daily, which equals up to 8 billion video views like daily, which is insane. So if you don't like being on video, you don't have to be, but you should start developing a plan with your mentor or just doing your own research how to develop video. Video is incredibly important. Video's got the highest engagement rate on Facebook. Photo posts, only 4.36 engagement rate. Status posts, very low. Most people don't engage with status posts. So if you're doing a status post, you want to create a photo and then your status, because photos way higher, but even higher than that are video. And video content is shared by people more than 89 times of any other type of social media content. So those video posts are important to develop your skills in. One thing to understand when we were talking about Facebook ads is when I'm scrolling through Facebook, when I notice something is sponsored, even if it's interesting, I'm much less likely to engage with it. I just don't care. I don't like being fed sponsorships of things. Now, once in a while, something will really catch my eye and I'll be like, ooh, I got to research this a little bit deeper. But for the most part, I would say easily 90% of the time, probably more, I scroll past something that is sponsored, meaning that they've paid for an ad to put that in front of my face. Even though Facebook knows the type of stuff I really want to see, there's a ridiculous amount of markers that go into Facebook ads being put in front of me, like 500 different touches. It's literally something like that, probably more of the things that I'm seeing as ads. So, but I scroll past them. I don't like most of the ads being put in front of me. So a video originally posted on Facebook is 10 times more potential to reach other sites, being shared on YouTube, being shared on Twitter, being shared on Instagram. So that's something to think about for videos. And the format of your video is really important too. You hear about square versus vertical versus landscape videos. If you're on YouTube, the videos that were done vertically, you only get to see this much, and then YouTube fills in the sides. So landscape videos perform better on YouTube. Square videos can be put on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and they perform really, really well. So, and so do the vertical videos as well. YouTube is the only one that the vertical videos are kind of icky on. So it's important, if you're doing your video reels or you're shooting reels or stories on Facebook, you don't want it to be in that landscape orientation, because you're not going to get to see a lot of it. It's going to be very minimalized. So if I'm watching that on my phone, I can't read stuff. I can't look at stuff. You want that nice vertical or square. And then think about the average watch time for a video is 10 seconds. That's why you get these people saying, stop scrolling, or hey, or watch this, or something to that line. Their hook to get you within that first 10 seconds is very important. So you also want to think of your hook when you're creating your video. You want it to be appealing. One of the statistics back here that I went around really fast was this one. 85% of Facebook videos are watched without sound. So this particular video, because you can read it, but it's in landscape, is going to be, people are going to go past it in 10 seconds, unless it's just something specifically that they're interested in. So what does this all mean? Well, if you want to stand out in a crowd and you've got powerful ways of creating content and a deep understanding of what makes content valuable for somebody, you're not paying for ads, so your investment is low. It's a time investment. And you can get in front of the audience you want, because one thing that is not spoken about for business about Facebook is you can choose your audience. On my profile, I can choose who is in my profile and who isn't, meaning like if my demographic is zookeepers who, instead of having to pay for those, I can do searches and befriend people and start building relationships with people. And I'm not annoying because I'm adding value to them and I'm genuinely wanting to have a relationship with them, even though I do have the motivation that I have something to sell. If I never sell something to them, I still value that friendship, and I hope that they would as well, even though they might get offered and pitched once in a while. But the whole value is relationship building with people who I want to be spending my time with. It's not paying money to get in front of the most people in that demographic as possible, because Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Twitter ads, TikTok ads, they're extremely expensive. You saw the stats, 58 billion a year. Like there's a lot of money being pumped into those ads. So we're saving that, but we're also able to look at those audiences because we can jump on those ads and see the people in those audiences and find the people that we really want to spend our time with and become friends with them and use them in our audience. So that's why it's important to understand the power of Facebook. Spending the time on Facebook instead of spreading myself thin over everywhere else, Facebook is the magic one that is the most powerful, the biggest, and I can control who my audience is. There's very few things more powerful than that, and all without spending a dime. So that's the power of organic marketing and the power of Facebook. All right. As always, let me know if you got value out of this. If you had questions about it or didn't quite understand something or have questions about content, feel free, put comments below or message me and we can clear up anything around that. Otherwise, enjoy and I'll see you soon.